Hello everyone, Martin here, back with another Legacy video. Today playing not Doomsday, but another Dimir deck, nonetheless. I have found the interest in playing what is known as Death Shadow. So for Legacy experienced people, this deck needs no introduction. It's been a player since, I suppose, this card was printed, at least throughout my time playing Legacy. This has always been sort of on the periphery and sometimes bubbling up and becoming like tier 1 or whatever. It's a really cool deck that is, I think, the closest thing to like pure tempo that I've tried. I'm still only just like learning it, so you'll get to learn it alongside me and witness play mistakes and such, but hopefully it'll be fun. Yeah, this is like Days Wasteland deck with the ability to play like really like with a very fast clock, due to like especially Death Shadow, but also like the big delve creatures. I got the 3-1 split here of Tombstalker and Murktide. Your mileage may vary, and you may find that 4 Murktide is correct, but I find that like having one that can't be red blasted is kind of neat. You could also play like Gurmag Angler in that slot. I think that this deck has, like, I've just picked up a somewhat stock list and made tiny adjustments. And I think that perhaps these 4 slots are like flex slots. You know, some people probably want to forego reanimate for maybe like a 3rd Strix. I suppose you could make an argument for Force Snuff Out. It all depends. I think what this deck can struggle a bit with is like Swords to Plowshare decks. And for those decks, we have a couple of copies of Turok Dread Cantor in the sideboard. And for like the control matchups, which are incidentally also usually plow decks, I'm trying a split of Cruel Bargain and Infernal Contract just because like a draw 4 is pretty nutso. It can't be red blasted, synergizes with Death Shadow, and yeah. I've been trying out Liliana as sort of an alternate win con and like a card against, I don't know, like elves or um, like death and taxes and stuff. So far, I haven't been too impressed, and she might end up not making it, but yeah, I'm gonna keep her in for now. Got a second copy of Dress Down. Dress Down obviously combos with Death Shadow, and we have one in the main deck that can incidentally like make your like 2/2 Death Shadow into 13/13 until the end of turn. You can like sneak attack someone with that, and also doubles as all-purpose sort of ways to get around annoying creatures for a turn and to kill Urza Saga constructs. Yeah, I think that's enough for the deck tech, and I'm gonna jump into a league. All right, on the play for round number 1. Yeah, can't keep this sadly. Yeah, we can keep this. I think I am going to bottom one of the lands. And opponent kept 7, okay. So with these dazes, we should be able to get down to like 12 life. But we'll see. Yeah, I don't hate this. I'm gonna draw the Ponder and have Wasteland at the ready. Maybe I shouldn't have drawn the Ponder. I'd be kind of sad if they discarded, although if they have Thoughtseize, probably they take Death Shadow. And in either case, we can choose to daze. Okay, punished for the Wasteland. Yeah, I think this is just another Ponder turn. Wouldn't mind oh, Red Blast. I think I'm going to daze this. If they want to Monkey Blast it, I'm somewhat okay with that. Okay, that's nice. I kind of want both of these. Draw the force and play the watery grave again. And I think this Murktide is going to pitch the force. And that's nice for us. Goblin Engineer. So if they do have the Simian Spirit Guide and just chose not to like get me on the days before, then it's a pretty big blowout because I'm behind on the land and the engineer is in play. So I could try and play it safe and force this. But I think I am going to bet that they don't have it because I think they would have used it before. Okay, sweet. And going to draw the Murktide, and I'm gonna wasteland this saga. Let's see. So we're up against Painter. That's what Goblin Engineer means. Okay. Ancient Tomb. Oh, another Goblin Engineer. So we can force this, and they can blast us. So if they do that, Engineer gets some nasty thing, which it's gonna get anyways. So I'm gonna force this. If they don't have the blast, that's big upside for us. If they do have the blast, then they were gonna have it anyway. And at least they're down a pedal. Okay, sure. So when this enters the battlefield, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw 3 cards. Nice. Okay. Okay, so if they have Lightning Bolt, then that's kind of annoying. But I don't feel like waiting. And anyways, Lightning Bolt is going to be lethal on this next turn too. Okay, yeah. Like if I'd waited a turn, it would have been like a 3/3. So good news is they don't seem to have artifacts. Right. Let's oh, hang on. Yeah, no. I mean, if we discard a nice artifact for them, so be it. All right. I'm going to take the one with the proper frame. Oh, shoot. I forgot to play my land. Should have played my land. Click through it. They're live to draw like any artifact here, like an artifact land or a petal or whatever, and that gets them, or a soul guide lantern, that gets them this, which is kind of scary. The question is if they want to pop this soul guide lantern. No, they're going straight for the thing. And how does this flip? These cards are so annoying. Melds with Mishra, claimed by Gix. So does that mean that you need to also have that card in order to get the 9/9? I certainly hope so. Okay, so they just got to draw 3. That likely is game. We shall see. Brainstorm is nice. This is not nice. Yeah, I'm just gonna concede. They get to like basically draw 3 every turn now because they have 2 welders. Okay, well, we want the energy flux, we want the hydroblast, we want the second dress down, we want the 2 fatal pushes. Do we want Liliana? So I believe Goblin Engineer is a 1/2, which means it's only Goblin Welder that dies to Liliana, so probably not. Not sure though. Yeah, it's a 1/2. I think I don't think Belflestrix is for this matchup. I am a little bit worried about Murktide Regent, to be honest. But I'm also worried about going down on threats. I like Snuff Out. Somewhat like Daze. Maybe we can shave a Street Wraith and like reanimate. Although I guess I could have reanimated their thing. I still think maybe that's just a bit too cute. What's the shave? What's the shave? Maybe a land? Although it does seem kind of sketchy to go down on lands, because I think the wastelands are very good against their saga, so I'm not going to cut wasteland. Yeah, maybe it is a Murktide. I don't know. That might be really bad. We'll see. Yeah, let's keep this. This seems like a good opener here. So I'm gonna pain this in or shock this in because I want to have yeah, I just want to get to a point where Death Shadow is in place quickly as possible. But that is one of the sort of tricky things, I think. Grindstone. Okay. That's certainly scary. Okay, so I'm gonna hymn them. But yeah, that is one of the hard things I think with this deck is to know when, like, how aggressive you can be on like taking damage. Okay, so we took 2 mountains off them. Hopefully that matters. They might also just like get us here with like if they have Soul Land. Okay, never mind. 3rd mountain had it all the time. Okay. Oh, so Welder is gonna die to Snuff Out here. And okay, so Murktide, like Murktide is one cheaper than Tombstalker, and crucially, like Murktide, we can cast now, whereas Tombstalker we have to wait one more turn, but then Murktide just dies to. I'm willing to bet they have a Pyroblast in hand, so I think I'm gonna hold open Dress Down and hope to like get a Goblin Engineer or something. And if not, maybe just like flash it through. Okay, never mind. That changes things. Or does it? No, I'm actually gonna do this now. This means the Goblin Engineer doesn't get to entomb anything. And this leaves us with enough cards to get Tombstalker into play next turn. I think I'm gonna fetch a Watery Grave and not take damage. Because now with the tokens coming up. I'm just thinking here if we can afford to snuff out a Goblin Engineer, go down to 6. It seems a little bit sus. So let's try this on for size instead and see how we go. We can also snuff out one of their tokens. Goblin Welder, okay. Not sure what they get with the saga. They already have grindstone. Having said that, I wouldn't hate finding a wasteland here. Okay, that is not wasteland. So we shuffle, get the brainstorm anyways. There's a wasteland. I think we go like this. And we go pop. They make a dude. And we swing for the fences here. Tight game. Another goblin engineer. So if we do nothing, they will get Painter Servant. Painter Servant is put into the graveyard, and then they can weld it in with Goblin Welder off of the construct token, and then untap kill us next turn. So if we kill the welder now, like with Snuff Out, then they just need they need one more mana, basically. Like that's the difference in the activation here. That might end up mattering. It might also not end up mattering. I am going to kill the Goblin Welder to sum things up. I don't think dazing here matters. They got Brea, and they had Spirit Guide. Let's clutch. How does this work? Okay, this grows the thing. I drop to 3. Is there a way I survive this? Probably not, right? I'm drawing Street Wraith. So let's say that I get Murktide. Murktide blocks Construct. Tombstalker blocks Brea, and then I still take 3. I do believe Street Wraith just cycles into Thoughtseize. I can't remember if I fetched in between, but I don't think so. That's interesting, right? Like, never mind. They can jump block here. I was gonna say like if I had played Murktide first and then Tombstalker now, I could have like gotten more +1/+1 counters on the Murktide. Yeah, I'm just gonna cycle to see if I'm right. Yeah, never mind. All right, GG's opponent. Let's see if we can do better for round number 2. All right, round number 2 on the play again. Yeah, I'll keep this. Opponent mulligans to 6. All right. Feel pretty good about this, but yeah, we'll see. Oh, opponent going down to 5. So either a normal deck getting unfortunate or a naughty combo deck hitting their mulligan fail rate. I think I probably just play Misty and say go here. That way we can pay for an opponent's days, and we get a better ponder next turn potentially. City of Traitors. Okay. So like a probably Moonstomby. Chrome Box. Okay. Well, let's see what they imprint here. It's a red card. Okay. It is pretty likely. Yeah, I'm going to actually hang on. No, okay. It's when this enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. Yeah, we can't. I don't think we can allow that. I'm gonna pitch the days. I might live to regret that, but they also are a spirit guide deck. Okay. Let's shock this in, find a creature. Yeah, Murktide is a creature. And let's take the last card. If it's not a land, it's a land. Okay. So I'm going to snuff out any creature that is put on the battlefield. If I am able to do that. I mean, if it's not a black creature. Okay, so they get to take the adventure, the initiative. So they get to find another land. Plains, okay. Hope they don't hit a plow, but if they do, you know, so be it. Snuff out. Yeah, let's make a what 7/7, and hope their scry doesn't get them a removal spell. And then we can snuff out like whatever creature, and then we have the initiative, and hopefully can ride into the sunset from there. So they have 1 plains in hand, and now they scry 2. Meaning what? 2 to the bottom. Okay. Didn't like what they saw. There's the plains. Come on, just not a plow. Or anything that... Oh, Chalice 1. Sure. That is fine. And I think maybe I should have fetched end of turn. And I don't have a basic land in my main deck. But yeah, if I had fetched Water Grave end of opponent's last turn, then I could hard cast stuff out now without taking 2 damage. Okay. Ooh, exciting. So what do we get to do? I don't think the Forge makes sense because it's the same turn clock, so I'm gonna go into the Lost Well. Yeah, probably bottom this and top that. And I also forgot once more to fetch. That was dumb. I think I'm just gonna swing here. not take my 2 off of the water grave, see if I can remember it this time around. Although it might not end up mattering. They have 1 draw step to rule them all, and they're hellbent, so. And they closed off plow. They could have. No, I was gonna say they have. Uh, what's the? I'm forgetting the white elemental. The one that plows, but they don't have double white, so it doesn't matter. It'll come to me. All right, so. Brazen Borrower might be good. I'm pretty sure they have like Mags of the Moon, so I think I want the basic island. Hydroblast seems fine. Dress Down also probably okay because it stops the ETB initiative. Is this good enough? I don't think any of their creatures cost 2, and this gets stopped by Chalice, so it's for when they don't have Chalice and when they, like when we were able to get Revolt. Not too excited about that. Turak might be decent. Energy Flux, they do have like Chromox and stuff, but I don't think that's gonna be good enough. Days is probably not good enough, at least not on the draw. Don't think Reanimate makes the cut here. Belful Strix, yeah, not too sure about that. And Thoughtseize and a Street Wraith, go like that. Yeah, I am kind of just making stuff up as I go along in terms of like, in terms of the sideboarding. So please do not hesitate to call out stuff you see in the comments. I think this is a pretty good hand. Not sure if they play Wasteland. If they do, then it's obviously a little bit worrisome that we only have 1. But like, and this we can get got by Chroma, not by Cavern of Souls, and them playing out the Chromox before is a Cavern ploy. Could be anyways. Okay, no Cavern. That's good. Magas of the Moon. I'm gonna cycle Street Wraith just to see if I can get a better pitch card than Brainstormer Days. But Days is probably fine as a pitch card. I'm gonna pitch Days, yeah. Now the question becomes, do we wasteland them? I think I'd rather, like, if we can get them to commit like an Ancient Tomb, lose the city, and then waste the Ancient Tomb, that seems pretty enticing. Although downside is if they just like have another Magus, add no other land. But you know, we'll line that bed if we get there. Okay, so there's Cavern. Please not Magus. Magus is a human. Okay, it's a white human. It's that initiative, whatever it's called, Seasoned Engineer. Okay, well, we can't do anything about that. Okay, I think I'm gonna take my turn and see if I can find Snuff Out. Yikes, no Snuff Out. So Death Shadow can enter as a 1/1. which is probably fine. I'm gonna get off the Wasteland plan. And what is better, Hydroblast or Ponder? I'm gonna keep the Hydroblast. So how big does this get? Whenever it attacks, it gets a +1/+1 counter. Or, I mean, like, on whatever explores, or revolts. What's it called? Explores. There are so many moving pieces in Magic now with this initiative stuff. I'm kind of getting a bit off over it. Okay. So, and they gave it like +2/+2. Yeah, maybe I should have kept the Ponder. Because I'm going to be dead in 2 swings, and they can give it pro creatures. Yeah. It's good value for four mana. Yeah, I take 6, drop to 6. They draw Lotus Petal, or they get to play Lotus Petal. I think I need to hit like I need for them not to have anything too scary here, and then I need to hit Snuff Out off my draw step. I should have kept the Ponder. That was pretty bad. Okay. Well, Hydroblast found a target. Unfortunately, this is not good enough. Yep, let's concede. I am still quite reticent about putting in Days versus the Simian Spirit Guide Cavern of Souls deck. So I think I'm just gonna go back in like I was. All right. Let's see if we can get one here. Yeah, this is good. I like this. They mulligan to 6. So while it's tempting to want to get the basic island out, I think I do. Ooh, mulligan to 5. I do think it's more important to Thoughtseize turn 1. So are they going down to 4 or what? Okay, they keep 5. Probably Underground Sea, to be honest. Okay. So how dead are we to a Trinisphere? Like, they can Chrome Mox, Imprint Spirit Guide, Ancient Tomb, Trinisphere, and then we can Wasteland or Ancient Tomb. That might be fun for a while, but only if we draw like a 3rd land ourselves. But the take here is Maggots of the Moon. Because we just can't beat the moon effect without access to our basic island. And we can't like Snuff Out because by the time the Magus is in play, we no longer have a swamp. Yep. Yep. Okay. So They have one unknown. Hopefully it's not a land. Hopefully we draw a land. This is very risky, but I think the upside. I wouldn't do this if I didn't already have the delta. It just means like in 2 draw steps, if we can hit a land, that's really, really good. Okay, and they don't have a land. So that's good. Okay, let's see if we end up happy or end up sad. So they're pausing here. Okay, so they found a land. Yikes. Okay. Come on, land. Yes. Okay, that was very, very, very fortunate. So I think I'm going to probably not do anything now and like if they do nothing, I'll petty theft. If they do nothing, I might actually petty theft the chrome box. That'd be kind of funny. But that might also be too cute. If they play a creature here, I might do nothing and then like end of. Wait, is this Chalice? This feels like Chalice paying mana. Hmm. I mean, I have 3 1-mana spells here. You know what? I think I'm gonna let this happen, and then I'm just gonna try and beat them with the Brazen Borrower and snuff out. Is that crazy? I think I'm okay with that. Because, like, with the Brazen Borrower, we have a 3/1, and we can always snuff out the first threat that they get, and we can make that. I think we're supposed to. I think we're supposed to play Turok here, even though we have one more land we get to kicker him. But I think it's probably better doing this. It turns it from a 5-turn clock to a 3-turn clock. So this would be the turn to. No, I was going to say to not get Magus, but even like Dress Down plus Snuff Out beats Magus of the Moon because we have our island. Okay. Not going to lie, this matchup feels kind of scary. Like, they had the mulligan to 5 in like 2 out of our 3 games for me to feel like I was somewhat like had a chance. And we'll see. Can still go south, but feel somewhat comfortable here. Okay, tapping out the play pedal. That's not the most comforting thing for them to do to be doing. I don't think. I'm gonna not shock this in because 3 or 4 mana won't matter. So let's see if we can, as long as they don't have some kind of board sweeper here or like ensnaring bridge or some other crazy lock piece that I don't think there's a world where they have that. I think we should be good here with our 2 snuff outs. Yep. All right. Cool. On the scoreboard. Back with round number 3. All right. And here we go. Opponent kept 7. Misty Rainforest and go. All right. Opponent is taking like a very long time between each priority pass. So we'll see if like maybe they have connection issues or they're like double queued or something. Hopefully it will not continue like that, but we'll see. All right. So it is a tropical island deck. Could be Infect, could be Rug Delver. I think I'm not going to go for the Wasteland plan here. Seeing as we're on the draw, already behind turn, I think I'd rather try and get this, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Like, this him to Torok seems like it could be kind of important. We'll see. Kept one Wasteland. If they, like, somehow shows us that they, like, if they miss a land drop here, I might like, not shuffle and draw that second Wasteland, but we'll see. Opponent is doing something here, paying costs for a brainstorm. All right. All right. Wow. Each priority pass is taking forever. All right. Volcanic means it's not Infect, means it's probably Delver. So what do we have here? Tarmogoyf. Okay. It's a lot of different ways to approach this. Yeah, I think I'm gonna fetch Underground Sea here. Because, like, between the Snuff Out and the other fetch land, we have quite a lot of damage coming our way. So I think I'm gonna play the Wasteland, and I'm gonna him to Turok them. They're casting something here. They're bolting me. Okay. So I'm at 14. This means they lose. Minor Mistip and Days. Let's snuff out this Goyf. And let's Wasteland them here. And if they have like a Murktide, we have that covered with like Strix and Brazen Borrower. And we're getting like into some pretty good Death Shadow territory here. Okay. We had another land. So what are we concerned about here? I wouldn't, like, another Goyf is fine. Uro would be kind of like pretty bad. Another Goyf, okay. Yep. Okay, so let's Baleful Strix. That is a very, very good card against Tarmogoyf. And let's shock in Watery Grave and cast Death Shadow, which is currently a 6/6, and we have the ability to make it a 9/9 by cycling. Goyf is a 4/5. Did I say 9/9? I meant 8/8, of course. Sure. Yeah, this is looking pretty good, I think. There's some more damage. Let's see if they decide to jump. We can take another 5 here and drop to 2, which might be just a tad bit risky. Okay, so they don't block. I actually don't hate this. So now we're in 9-9. So I'm gonna not shock this in. And they will take 9, they'll be at 9, and we can Brazen Borrower. And bounce the Goyf next turn for lethal. While staying out of bolt range. Although we have it covered here, they're helping, so like I think in either case, we should be fine here. I do love that it's 2023 and Tarmogoyf has actually made a comeback to Legacy. This should draw the concession, or like if they have Pyroblast or something, we'll fight over it. Okay, sweet. So for Delver, I think Basic Island and Fatal Push both seem like good cards. I think Hydroblast is fine for like their blasts and bolts and DRCs. Is Plague Engineer a thing? Probably not. And Liliana? Probably not. I don't think Liliana deserves a slot here, to be honest. I don't think Dress Down is good. So let's see here. Let's cut a Dress Down. Let's perhaps cut a few Force of Wills. And I don't know, like a Street Wraith. And I don't know, how good is Brazen Borrower? It seems pretty good, to be honest. So maybe we want a second. And what's actually best for us? Is it to have Force or Days? How about if we cut 2 Days and add 1 Force? Maybe that's bad, I don't know. Like they have Goyf and Murktide, so like that's quite a few 2-drops. And maybe like going down on cards with Force is not where we want to be at. Ugh, I'm quite the inexperienced pilot of tempo, as you may or may not have noticed, but yeah, would love to know what people think. I'm not sure how to really approach the quote unquote tempo mirror. This seems like a good hand. I love that we can potentially like reanimate something from them. Okay, so they have no play on turn 1. I think I'm going to lead with Thoughtseize. Opponent, again, but being slow, they did speed up things in game 1. I suppose I could also just like cycle Street Wraith and reanimate it, but like against the Tarmogoyf deck, that seems a little bit loose. So they're fetching, which I suppose means Days or Minor Misstep. Brainstorm, okay. I was wrong. Maybe I should cycle Street Wraith there just in case I hit one of my like 3 remaining Dazes, just because I think I'm going to be cycling Street Wraith this like either this turn or next turn. I don't think it's going to matter. Okay, so opponent deep in the tank or possibly doing something else. They Daze, okay. I think I'm going to cycle here. Okay. So, Thoughtseize is dazed. I mean, that still trades 1 for 1, and they're set back a land, which I suppose is like a positive. Alright. So I'm free to ponder here, no red blasts. Oh, come on. I think we've drawn just about enough lands. I want both of like I want both Brainstorm and him. So gonna go like this. Wow, him to Torak is not a card that I've actually ever played that much with, in spite of having played Magic since it, like before it was first printed. I've owned him to Torak since I was like a wee lad, but I've never really played decks with him to Torak. It is quite the Magic card. Okay, Ponder it is. So I think if nothing too crazy happens here, I am going to just untap in him. If they play Dragon's Rage Channeler, I am okay. They don't. I was gonna say I'm very interested in like fatal pushing and reanimating it. Okay. There's a pause on my upkeep. I'd be very shocked if they were considering like him to Toraking, or sorry, surgically extracting anything of the three cards in the graveyard. If they were to do that, that'd be fine. Now, is it time to show us Stifle? That'd be kind of interesting and surprising. I'm gonna take Underground Sea just to keep my life total somewhat like healthy. Okay. Oof. How do you like that? So I'm not gonna reanimate this and take 7 to get a 3/3, but I'm just saying, the choice was there, and that then I would actually grow it when I were to cast my own Murktide, but I just don't think I can afford to take 7 and drop to 8 in the current economy. But I do very much like that I got those. I think that was sort of what their game plan was, and I don't really have like a satisfying answer in hand. Push can answer Goif, but can't answer obviously Murktide. Okay. Hopefully this is just a Goif and not like some kind of maddening hex or some other bomb. I suppose it could be a third Murktide. That'd be kind of rough. Okay. Okay, opponent passing. Days is not that exciting, I'm not gonna lie. If they red blast this, that's a red blast they don't have for Murktide. Minor misstep, okay. What to do here? Maybe it is actually the reanimate line. I think I'm actually gonna try for that. Because they're down to 3 cards in hand, and we have like a removal spell covered on like fatal, like on a Goif or any other card. They're sitting on like 2 bolts. That's like really scary. Um, I'm not gonna play into days on this Murktide because that would just be too much of a feel bad. And if they pyroblast this, so be it. No pyroblast. Doesn't mean they don't have it, but you would think they would have pyroblasted there if they had it. Okay, Daze is looking absolutely embarrassing. Goif, sure. Gonna fetch an unshocked watery grave. Oh, what's this? Is it actually Stifle? Okay, sure. Um, so let's get max value out of this. Not gonna lie, this is pretty sweet. We get what, two 8/8s? We have Reb covered here. Opponent thinking. Mm. This unfortunately will be. I was gonna get a basic island off of one of these two fetches, but maybe this is dumb. But I don't like if they draw Red Blast on their next draw step. I'd rather, and like if they're holding days or something. I don't know. I just felt like doing this now. But it's go time. It's like double bolt or die, I think. So which one will it be? Okay, sweet, we got there. Cool. Round number 4 coming. All right, round number 4 on the draw. Let's see what we get. I was really excited to play the sort of Delver Mirror, quote unquote. I think there was a time when Death Shadow played the card Delver of Secrets. How does this work? 3 dazes? This seems sketchy, but I think I'm gonna keep. Like, if there's a land in the top, like 3 cards or a deck, then like Thoughtseize into him seems like really interesting with Days backup, but no, not Chalice. Please, no, I have a family. That sucks. It's 8 cast. I should have Cycle Street Wraith. Imagine if there's a Force of Will on top. Don't show it. Okay. Well, there's no need to put in a Watery Grave right now. All right. So we pass here and just like hope for the best, but expect the worst. I don't think this deck is that well set up to beat a turn 1 Chalice, but yeah, we'll see. We have the one of Brazen Borrower. Mm. Yep. And now we need to like basically draw what do you call it? We need to draw like snuff out, I think, because now they're gonna just be drawing an extra card every turn with the bauble. I am kind of happy to see the Murktide here, but I still expect to get overrun. Okay, so Psy, that's good. Psy would have been a problem because Psy just like makes infinite blockers. And okay, interesting. That is really interesting. Is making it on two. Do we want to cash in a daze here just to get another card in the graveyard? Like it doesn't really speed up things because then we're a land short. Um, no, I think it's fine. I think this is like quite excellent for us because they're taking a lot of damage off the ancient tombs. So what we have to worry about is them getting a what's the 2/2? The other Thoughtcast, because they can like get that in every turn with Emery, or getting like an Aether Spellbomb to counter Murktide, or to bounce it. I mean, or I suppose them finding Force here would be also kind of bad. So like a fetch land would be excellent. Wasteland, not exactly the same. Do we get to where we need to go by wasting? I'm going to throw a Thoughtseize into the Chalice here to be able to play Murktide next turn. Uh, actually, you know what? That was dumb. I could have dazed. Yeah, I could have dazed the Thoughtseize there and cast Murktide now. That was yikes. Um, I think I am going to. I'm considering wastelanding them here. I'm not sure, like, if them having 5 versus 3 mana makes that big of a difference, but it might. So I'm gonna do that. Ah, that was so loose. I should have seen that play. Yeah, like I was like not considering the dazes, but you know, Chalice doesn't mean you can't cast it. It just means it won't resolve. And now, like, if they hit a Force of Will, then you know, that's really bad. Hopefully, we can draw Force of Will. That'd be really good. Or like a Snuff Out. I'd take that. Uh, not exactly. Ponder. So I am gonna ponder here to get to make get Murktide to be a 7/7 because they're at 14. But I don't have too high hopes. Oh no, never mind. The Street Wraith. See, again, I could have dazed the Street Wraith. I had it in my head that it was a sorcery or an instant. Wow, I've not played too impressively here. Okay. If they show me like anything that becomes a blocker here, yeah, there's Psy. Psy makes flying creatures. Yeah, I'm gonna concede. I don't think we can beat that. Well, there was Snuff Out. We could have killed Psy, so maybe that was premature, but I don't know. They're drawing so many cards. Ah! Okay, so we want Dress Down. We want Energy Flux. We, whoops. We want Brazen Borrower, I think. Plague Engineer could name Thopter, which is not the worst, but not sure that's really where we want to be at. Fatal Push, I don't think is good enough because we need it. We need to get Revolt in order for it to kill Emery. So these three for sure. Question is, do we want these? Probably not. So what is not at its best here. Maybe the Belfulstrixes are a little bit anemic. Yeah, I think I'm going to board out 2 of those. And what's the last cut? I find myself continuing to like shave a Street Wraith just sort of arbitrarily because it's just a redraw, but I'm not sure if it's hurting the Death Shadow part of the plan too much. Yeah, I'll keep this. We have like bounce spells for their chalices. We don't really have Emery covered, which is potentially a bit of an issue, but we also have Wasteland for Ursa Saga, which is nice. Yeah, let's draw these. We're a little bit of a ways away from the Hymn to Torok, but I do like having days on turn 1. There's Bauble. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna daze her. Hopefully they don't force. And I'm not gonna waste the Synod because I think the Wasteland needs to be kept for like Ursa Saga. So I'm gonna brainstorm, likely gonna brainstorm end of turn and hope to spike the second land and then the Hymn to Torok. Okay, does that change things? Chalice, okay. So let's take away, put away the, yeah. I think I'm gonna hymn, and that means they get to make 1 token in case they have more lands. That is okay. Ottawara is a land, and Thoughtcast. That's not terrible. So they saw Brazen Borrower. Come on. I hope I got them on the land, but I probably didn't. Because it doesn't need to be land, it could be a Chrome Mox or whatever. Or a Mox Opal, I mean. Okay, so they get one thing here. Okay. So I am going to... I'm gonna let them untap, and then I'm gonna snuff out in their upkeep. So if they do happen to have like a Force of Negation... And so I'm going to try and Brazen Borrower end of turn the Chalice. Oh, it's another Chalice. That's annoying. But that's still probably fine if nothing else happens here. I'm going to Petty Theft 1, untap, play Wasteland, Petty Theft the other, and then cast my Death Shadow. If they are sitting on a Force, then it's like pretty bad because then they can Force of Will this next one and... Oops. And Tombstalker is nice backup here. But let's do this. And now I don't mind them casting a Chalice again. If we're really lucky, then they miss on land drop here, and we get to just put them into the dirt. Okay. So their hand is 2 Chalice plus a blank, or an unknown, I mean. Let's see if they... No, bouncing it now wouldn't make any sense. I'm gonna get 2 more damage in here. I'm gonna Wasteland. I'm not gonna play Tombstalker now, obviously. Where am I? How many cards in my graveyard? 10. I am actually gonna play Tombstalker. If they want to bounce that one, they are free to do so. Because that leaves the Death Shadow. And we're not very far off from replaying Tombstalker anyways. Okay, so they have 2 mana. I think I probably daze a Chalice just to like put lethal with the replayed Watery Grave. Okay, but they don't play into that. Which one do you bounce here? Bounce the Tombstalker, okay. Tombstalker is bounced. And we have to pass here. We don't have a play to make. The Bauble sees Murktide, okay. So they get 2 redraws here. Hoping to get what? Like something to chump with, I suppose. We can daze. Okay, we won't be dazing Emery. Shadow Spear, okay. That doesn't do it. Chalice for 0. Oh, are they like going for the big dude? The turtle? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. They have another 0. Oh, a Thought Monitor, okay. Yes, how about no, Scott? Alright, we take that one. That was pretty okay. Don't think I actually... Do I do anything differently here? Like, Days on the Draw seems kind of meek. So maybe like cut a Daze, add a Street Wraith. Yeah, no, I think this is fine. Like Surgical, is that something we would want? Probably not. Alright. Game 3. How about this? I think I probably have to mulligan this. The 2 Street Wraith make it kind of appealing. Yeah, let's keep this and let's put one of the Brazen Borrowers away. There's a Ursus Saga. Do we force a Chalice here? Murktide Regent. Okay. So we can assume they have access to like 2 more mana next turn, where they wouldn't have led on the saga. No, we don't want these. Yeah, Wasteland is good. There's Ancient Tomb. I'd love a Thoughtseize here or something else to do on 1 mana. Yeah, I'm gonna Wasteland. They make a 1/1, which we can bounce if need be, and also hopefully it just won't be too much of a hassle. And Murktide seems like, oh, another saga. Yikes. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, felt good that we were able to sidestep Saga getting the bounce thing, the Aether Spellbomb, but not so much. So let's brainstorm. Not loving this. Would love to find my my energy flux. Or a dress down, I suppose. See, I'd like the Wasteland, but I really don't like the other 2 cards. I think I'm gonna shuffle. That might be nuts. Another saga, yikes, okay. I don't think I'm gonna be beating this. They can grab like a Shadow Spear and just, yeah. We would need energy flux, like ASAP, I think. Snuff Out's not terrible. I'm gonna cycle one of these, but my life total is just dropping super precariously low. Yeah, I just don't think there's a way out of this. Let's say that we cycle. I suppose like Street Wraith hitting Dress Down would be huge. Double Snuff Out, die? Yeah. Okay. So let's we can Brazen Borrow or like Petty Theft one of them and Snuff Out another. I'm assuming one of these is going to pick up a Shadow Spear. So I'm going to probably snuff out that one in combat. But I mean, there are more where those came from, right? No, it didn't get the Shadow Spear. Interesting. So let's bounce one. They have force. I think I'm gonna force back. Okay. Yep, that'll do it. All right, GG's opponent. Let's see if we can finish with a positive record. I'll be back with round number 5. All right, round number 5 on the play. Let's go. Waiting on the opponent here, which I'm not sure what that means. Because unless it means they have like a companion, right? Because I don't think there's any other priority pass since I won the die roll. But yeah, we'll see. Might just be the MTGO client like being slow. All right, yeah, the opponent had a companion, which we were waiting for them to reveal. All right, I'm gonna keep this. Wonder if this is like Death and Taxes or one of those like Bug Zenith, like Bant Urion, whatever. But yeah, we'll see. All right, gonna cycle to begin with, and that didn't give us any castable spells. I'm just gonna pass. They could think I'm Doomsday, which is probably more frequently played than Shadow. Okay. Once upon a time, finding Misty, not playing Misty. Interesting. Don't really think there's a good reanimate target here. So I am just going to shock in these Watery Graves and get Baleful Strix going. Alright, Strix is on the stack. Not really too sure what deck plays these cards together, but I'm sure I will learn soon enough. Meanwhile, I found another opponent that is taking their time on seemingly random points in the game. Like, not sure what they could be considering. I somehow doubt it's Force of Will on the Baleful Strix here, but yeah, I don't know. We shall see. Alright, Strix resolves. Another Murktide past the turn. There's the Misty we knew about. Okay. Looks like this Wasteland is not gonna get to do a lot. Okay. Grist the Hunger Tide. So they mill a couple of cards. So it is. There was a Brainstorm. So you sacrifice creature, store attack. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of bad. Let's attack Grist, I suppose. We're kind of stuck on these mono delve. This mono delve hand. Suppose I could reanimate Street Wraith, and that would drop me to 7, and then I could cast Death Shadow, and then they -2 sack the insect, kill Death Shadow. Maybe I should just play the Death Shadow as a 1/1. I could have played the Wasteland. Maybe I should have done that. Okay, there's Brainstorm. more insects. Birds of paradise, sure. Ooh, is this like natural order? That'd be kind of rough. Zenith for 3. Okay. This Leovold, maybe? Yep. So we can't snuff out Leovold as much as we would want to. Yeah, Ponder doesn't seem great. Okay, I'm going to Wasteland the... Oh yeah, that gives them a... I forgot what it was like to play against Leovold. So what to do here? We could like Ponder to just like rearrange the top 3 cards. That seems so bad. Like everything here seems really awful. I don't think we're not looking too good here. And I think I am going to key back the Strix, maybe? Just because, like, otherwise they can attack with Leovold. No, I already regret not attacking Grist. Yeah, I don't like this is gone. This has gotten out of hand for us. Like them having the turn 1 Hierarch, I think was really clutch. Okay, so they sacrifice a creature and they destroy Death's Shadow, sure. That does mean Grist is out 2. They have 5 mana. Jeez. Under Mountain Adventure. So it's initiative. Shenanigans. Okay. I think I've seen enough. Let's see if we can improve. So we want the fatal pushes. I didn't actually see white, so not sure that Turok really will end up mattering. Plague Engineer, maybe. Liliana, possibly. Brazen Borrower. I think these cards are pretty good. I think Daze is probably pretty good on the draw because they are a big deck, big mana deck. I think I'll cut Reanimate and one of the Street Wraith. And I think Strix is not what this game is going to be about. And Dress Down, probably not either. So... seems like a somewhat unpleasant matchup, to be honest. They didn't show us Wasteland, but like Birds of Paradise, Ignoble Hierarch decks. It does seem like the sort of deck that would have Wasteland. Alright. Let's choose to be on the play. Let's wait for opponent to reveal the companion. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty good if we can spike the land on turn 2 and go Thoughtseize into him. Fiend Artisan. That's the thingy that does the thing. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Veil. So they don't really have a like Veil would be kind of detrimental for him to tour our plan. We might not draw the land, in which case we might have been happier taking the Fiend Artisan. Okay, there's a Misty. Come on, land. No land. Don't brainstorm lock me. Okay, not brainstorm locked. Yep. Let's put back borrower and second brainstorm. I think we want the days. We want to nap their the next thing they do. Is Wasteland good? Wasteland seems pretty good. Yeah, let's grab the Wasteland. I'm ready to like daze their Fiend Artisan if they choose to play it out, and then I'll hymn them. Might be that they just play Ice Fang. They played the Snow-Covered Island. I'm actually not too upset about dazing this. You don't know that Daze is going to have more targets, and the death touch thing is like really annoying. So let's hymn them here. Oh, that was good. So their hand is Bayou, Gaius Cradle, and a blank that we don't know about. There's the Bayou. They put in, what's his face? Yorion. Okay, so I think I'm going to Wasteland them off the Bayou. And there we go. See how this plays. I think I should have wastelanded first. That way, like, I could have exiled a wasteland to the Tombstar rather than one of the instants or sorceries and kept that around for a Murktide. But that's like really like min-maxing. They're pausing here. Okay. I'm gonna brainstorm. Oh, sorry, ponder. I'd like to see like a snuff out. Oh, tell you what, I don't mind the force of will here. So I'm gonna attack first, and then I'm gonna play Monsieur Death Shadow, and we can cycle Street Wraith into the force if we should want to, or just draw it next turn. So I think we need to close out this game in like the next 2 turns, maybe 3 turns. I'm not sure this deck runs Force of Will, honestly. Natural Order. I don't think anything pleasant will come from that. Yeah. So it is a Natural Order deck. Wild stuff. Alright, so we put them to... Ah, that was so dumb. If I just brainstorm into a fetch land, Jesus, what am I thinking? Yep. Well, I'm not going to play out the second Death Shadow because if by some miracle they find a sweeper, like, I don't know what, Devastation Tide. I guess that wouldn't matter because, yeah, whatever. But we have plenty of lethal on board, so no need to play it out. But yeah, that was really loose. Should brainstorm before combat. Okay, so this deck seems like Days is... It's sort of a yes and no kind of thing, you know? Like, they do seem to be a mana greedy deck, but they also seem to be like really comfortable on their lands. But what that I do not have in the deck right now would I want? You could make an argument for reanimate, but it's I don't know. Actually, let's bring in a reanimate and cut a Daze. How about that? All right, final game of the league. Let's have a good one. Yeah, yeah. I'll keep these. Thoughtseize and Snuff Out seem like reasonable things. Birds of Paradise. I think I'm going to snuff out the bird. Just really. I'm going to Thoughtseize first, but I would just really love for them not to have like the mana ramp. Oh, the Daze is a good draw if we snuff out. But let's have a look here. Okay. Oh, they don't have more mana. That's really interesting. What is this? Whenever permanent in graveyard, put a 1/1 at the beginning of your one more. All of them. Jeez, what if you do exile each non-land permanent with mana value less than or equal to the number of counters? Okay, so it can like clear one CMC spell like a permanence. That's pretty good. Let's take the brainstorm here. Let's kill the bird. And I'll like if I daze anything here, this Death Shadow is gonna be pretty big. But even if I don't, because they drew a land, disappointing. Okay, I'm gonna brainstorm. I think I'm going to put back. Oh, geez, what will it be? How about that we want all of these cards, right? Because I want to Wasteland next turn, and I want to put in Death Shadow now, and getting the next fetch land is not the worst either. So Abrupt Decay would be a card I would be kind of concerned about here. If they stumble on land here, that's so good for us. They didn't. Disappointing. Okay. Well, we have Days and the Wasteland coming up, so that's pretty good. Do we care about the Oppo agent? I think we want to get the Days while the Days is, is live. And let's attack. And hopefully we can ride this Death Shadow to victory. Once upon a time in the West. Does this matter? Hmm. I think we let this resolve. Like they'll get a land, but then we'll be able to make like Death Shadow into a 5/5 next turn, and cast Murktide and still hold up Force. This should be pretty hard for them to beat, I would say. All right, so we know 3 of their 4 cards. Green Suns for 2, so that was one we didn't know about. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Let's just push the uh, push the button. All right, cool. So 3-2 record. Yeah, I mean that's fine. I really enjoy playing the deck. Um, Let me just get the list up here. Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's really good. I don't think we ran into any plow decks, and our losses were to Painter and 8 cast, and the 8 cast felt close-ish, though maybe not exactly. I'm not sure. We got kind of run over by the Ursus, like 3 Ursus Saga in that game 3, but it feels winnable, but also losable, if that makes sense. Probably pretty close. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. I'll be back with some more Legacy. Bye bye.